So two very specific things happened today that we're going to talk about, and that is news regarding Doom and Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. First, we'll get into Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, since this is something that's seemingly happening today, at least for people in the UK, and it's going to be rolling out for other people as well. The first part of the DLC pack, the DLC Season Pass that people bought, or could buy and can still buy for Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, has released today in the UK and is rolling out releases everywhere else probably within the next 24 hours, even though the pack was originally not supposed to release until October 17th, which is tomorrow. But you know, they're just going to roll it out right now, which makes sense. You don't want to overload the servers, I guess, so you're going to do this slow 24-hour rollout. Now, what's interesting about this pack is obviously beyond some of the exclusive weapons, there hasn't really been any sort of DLC in this game. And here is what they have added. This comes from Nintendo Life, who was able to apply the update. I don't own a UK version of the game, so I can't apply the update. It says it includes a couple of things. First up are special challenges in the form of difficult maps that you can now tackle from the secret area in each of the 4 worlds. Second up, it is a Cataclysm Kerfuffle co-op campaign, which consists of 5 maps and the unlockable hard mode version. Now, obviously, it's going to offer even more from this DLC in the future. There's going to be, it's a season pass, so there's other DLC packs coming, but this is the first one coming out, and obviously, until I try it myself, I can't determine if this first part of the DLC feels worthwhile. It definitely sounds a little more enticing than, I have to say, Breath of the Wild DLC did, even though I think adding the Trial of the Sword, it was pretty interesting. The hard mode is interesting as well, Master Mode, but they definitely could have just added Master Mode for free, I feel, in my opinion. But yeah, we'll see if this is worthwhile. It definitely sounds interesting, and this is the kind of game that deserves this sort of DLC. Now, moving on, the other interesting news is we have a release date for Doom, and this release date came from a video posted by Nintendo. So Nintendo did an interview with 2 of the key people from ID Software behind Doom. And they talked about their excitement of it coming to Switch, and they answered a bunch of questions that essentially gave us the same answers we already know. They're happy with the performance. They targeted 30 FPS because for them to hit the same quality of game, they felt 30 FPS just fit better. Essentially, that means the Switch, because of where it stands, there are certain things they didn't want to have to cut out of the game, like depth of field, so they decided that 30 FPS was overall a better experience. Essentially saying that just because the original game was 60 FPS, that wasn't the main appeal factor. There's a lot of stuff they feel are appealing, so 30 FPS made more sense. But what is interesting is that in this interview, they revealed that it is coming November 10th. And the way it's revealed is always interesting to me, because it's just kind of like mentioned as an aside. And it's like, we haven't had a release date for this. It was just supposed to come fall 2017. So yeah, it's coming rather soon. I mean, if you think about it, this week we have Fire Emblem Warriors landing. Next week, we have Super Mario Odyssey. And practically a week after that, we have Doom. The releases for Switch, especially the major AAA releases, are getting heavy over the coming month. So what we're going to talk about then in regards to Doom and Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle is our excitement levels for this. Now, I am pretty excited to play Doom because I somehow, someway avoided playing Doom on the PC. I have been dying to buy it on PC, and I just kind of forget about it. It's one of those games for 2016 where there's just been so much going on with Nintendo and Nintendo Switch and my coverage of it, and a lot going on in my personal life and my career, changing from Zelda Informer to Nintendo Prime, that I just never really got around to buying it on PC. So what I am going to do is I am definitely getting this on Switch. It's happening. It's an interesting release window for me because obviously I'm giving away a copy of Super Mario Odyssey. For those who don't know, there's a link to the giveaway down in the description below. And while I'm giving away that copy of the game, I also have to buy a copy for myself. So you figure that's $120 right there, minimum. Depending on, who wins it. If someone in Australia wins it, it's going to cost me even more. And then a week later, I got to have $60 for Doom. And then a week later, I have to have $60 more, and you could argue I should have $60 this week for Fire Emblem Warriors, which I don't have currently. So it's getting really, really expensive to be a Switch owner that wants to keep up with just the AAA releases. We're not even talking about the indie games and the copious amount of those I want to get. Like, I still don't own SteamWorld Dig 2, and that needs to be added to my library. But regardless, I am excited for Doom. It's coming. I want to pick it up. In fact, what I was debating on doing, and I don't know if you guys are interested in this, so you guys let me know down in the comments below. I was debating on picking up Doom for Switch, and then if I could find a good sale, picking it up for PC as well, and maybe doing a cross-comparison. Now, I know some people are going to say, well, that's not fair. You should cross-compare it with Xbox One, cross-compare it with PS4. Well, my Xbox One is currently at Microsoft getting the hard drive looked at and seeing if they can get the data off of it and transfer to a new hard drive. And I don't own a PlayStation 4. So it's harder for me to compare, but I do own the PC, and I could literally buy the Doom version for PC and do some comparisons, and I could do different quality settings, right? I could set the quality settings completely low, like to the lowest possible settings, and then compare that to Switch and see if Switch's settings are actually better than the lowest possible settings people might be playing it on PC. Now, it's going to be hard for me to cap the frame rates at 30 unless it includes a frame rate cap, because my PC is way too powerful for that. If I run on low settings, it's going to be running at like a crazy FPS, way higher than 60. But I could try that and do a cross comparison, see what people think. Obviously, I can run it ultra, I can run it high, run it medium, etc. Just show different variations of the PC version versus the Switch for you guys to get an idea. And obviously, I can even try to bump down the resolution to 720p and just give you a cross comparison of how good the Switch version looks in comparison to the PC version, which I feel has the console setting mix in there somewhere. Like, there's a happy medium on the PC side of things that equals out to what the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One did. As for Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, obviously, we're talking about a game that I currently think is the best Switch exclusive out there. And maybe that's going to be completely untrue after Super Mario Odyssey comes out. I don't know. I feel like Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle set a super high bar, in my opinion. And it's going to be really hard for even Odyssey to surpass it. And I know some people might think, oh, that's crazy. But have you played Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle? It is that good. It is the game that's probably going to undersell in this generation compared to its quality. You guys need to own it. I don't care if you hate the Rabbids. It is such a good game. If you like tactical strategy RPGs, you need to pick this up. It is so good. On top of that, I'm just excited in general for this DLC because, if anything, while there is tons of content in the post-game to play, including new difficulty modes and stuff, it feels like we need more content. So for $20, the content being added, at least in this first DLC pack, seems enticing to me. Well, I'll have to play it and find out, but I'm excited for it, even though it's funny. I bought the DLC pack. I don't own a physical copy of the game anymore. It's kind of sad. Now, my best buddy, Eric, who's the co-host of the Nintendo Prime podcast, he does own a physical copy, so I might be borrowing his copy to play some of the DLC, because he doesn't get an opportunity to play Switch as often as I do, mostly because Switch is like my thing. I run Nintendo stuff here. Obviously, I get to play a lot of Nintendo stuff, whereas he's working 2 other jobs and has a pretty busy life of his own, so while he does get to enjoy his Switch, he doesn't get to sit down and play for long hours like he wants to all the time. But yeah, I'm hoping that I could either borrow his copy or potentially get my hands on a new one or a used copy if I can. I don't know. We'll see. Because I really want to play this DLC. I already have it purchased. I want to get it downloaded. You can go preload it right now in most countries. It's exciting stuff. I'm excited, but obviously I want to know how do you guys feel about the upcoming release of Doom and the release of the Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle DLC pack. It's something I am looking forward to, so let me know what you guys think. Do you guys plan to pick up Doom? Is this just going to be too busy of a schedule? Is it Mario Odyssey and nothing else for you? Heck, are you picking up Fire Emblem Warriors this week? A game that I kind of want to have, but I don't know enough of the Fire Emblem's lore to care about a lot of the characters. But yeah, anyways, let me know down in the comments below what you're thinking on this stuff. I am Nathaniel Rufflegans from Nintendo Prime. If you like this video, you know what to do. And if you dislike the video, that's alright. Hit that dislike button. Subscribe for more content like this, and I will see you in the next one.